So my name is Andersen, and I am a I'm a magician, but also now a magic teacher.
Leon, why did you decide to actually do this?
Well, a couple of years back, I was sitting down with my two autistic nephews, and I was showing them a couple of magic tricks. And I was just amazed that they could actually sit down and take in exactly what I was doing. So it was actually my sister that said, "Oh, you should take this to the next level." So I started researching the benefits that magic has for kids, maybe kids with autism and other ADHD, ADD and other forms of learning difficulties. And I was amazed at the amount of research that was actually there that proves and backs up that magic does in fact help in all those situations. So from there I was lucky enough to start in the FAST program, which is an LIT training program in the city centre, and they pretty much encouraged me to continue on with the research, to research it even more. And that's when I came across a guy in the States called Kevin Spencer, who was already doing exactly what I wanted to do, and over the last couple of years myself and Kevin have become very good friends.
And how important is it? You've got a group of pupils from the school here in Myross. You've got other people, young people from Myross. How important is it for them to see what you do and to actually learn what you do?
Yeah, it's so important. I'm Myross. I've been living in Myross all my life, and I'm very proud to be from Myross. And I get annoyed when I hear things on the paper, or see things on the paper, and hear things on the news about the bad stuff about Myross, when actually, in fact, there's so much good going on around the place. I'm hoping that the kids will actually look at me and say, well, he can do it, he's from the area, so can I. So whether they're into sports, whether they're into music, dance, or now magic, and they can actually say, yes, I want to do it and take it to the next level.
How important is, I suppose, for you to have Keith Barr, who's an international superstar now, come to Myross, come to your own backyard, to all the people inside their own backyard to promote this?
Yeah, this just shows how much of a good guy Keith Barry is. I've known Keith Barry for 12 years now. We met at a little magic convention in Limerick about 12 years ago, one of my first magic conventions, and he gave me his mobile number, and he's never changed his mobile number, and he's always at the end of the phone whenever I need anything. And pretty much I was keeping him for the ace cards, and I think I've pulled it right.
I think it's just great to see somebody doing something for not only disadvantaged kids but kids in general. Very often kids, we hear it said all the time, well, I don't have anything to do. Well, down here in the Myross area there is something for them to do now, and it's something I suppose a little bit special, especially for the younger kids, which is to learn an entertainment art and something that perhaps in the future they could make a career out of. So I think it's fantastic for Leon to take the initiative and get up and do something. And I know for a fact there isn't a lot of money in something like this for Leon, so he really is doing it for the good of the community and really to help all the the disadvantaged kids. And I know he's done a huge amount of research himself into how magic can assist kids with autism and kids with other disabilities, other disadvantaged kids. So I think it's an amazing thing that he's doing.
There could be somebody in there who could actually challenge your crown in another couple of years.
Perhaps, yeah, and I'm more than happy for them to do so. I've been challenged a few times in the past before, so it won't be anything new. But I'd love to see some more up and coming magicians. I'm always there to support any kids that are into magic and help them any way I can as well. So I'm here to lend support to Leon and LA Magic as well.
Okay, I suppose another thing, 95 Stop Tour, I don't know, Leon was talking to you about it. Live 95 from the radio station, Mark and Katrina and Mark and Lisa, who you've been in with recently. We've been going around the whole county collecting money for the Children's Ark, which is the Children's Hospital here in Limerick, and also the Carry, which is for children who've been sexually abused. I suppose you lend your support to that. It's in the final leg now of it at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. But more importantly than that, you're looking for money. Don't lie to me. It's money. All that you're looking for is money, which is a good thing. So there's the only way I can support it. There's some cash for you, and everybody else put your hands in your pockets and support the cause.
He's something else, isn't he? Unbelievable. I wish we had it back in some areas all over the city. Could you make 3 or 4 of yourself? Divide yourself into
I have 5 of them at home.
I'm just going to stand here. And sometimes I'd like to just disappear. Could you make me disappear?
I'm working on someone at the moment. If it works, I'll let you know.
I know, I've been a force like that. And you're very welcome to Limerick. Delighted to have you. We've heard all about you, and we're looking forward to see you this evening. And Elaine, thanks for inviting me out. Honestly, I really am delighted to be here in my Ross. I have loads of friends out here, and any chance I'm going to get to come out here during the year, don't be afraid for anybody to ask me. I'll ring up the opposite side and say, you know, get your bum out here. We want you to do something for us. You're looking to have him around, and you never know, you might be as good as him one day, and I have no doubt that you will be. So will you make him as good as you?
I'll try my very best. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I just want to call on Elaine as well, just to say a few words. Elaine is the manager of the centre here. Give Elaine a big round of applause.
I suppose on behalf of Moira Ross Development Company and Corpus Christi Youth Development Group in Limerick, we'd like to officially welcome Leon onto the team here in Moira Ross, and to welcome you today, Keith and Mayor. I suppose Limerick and the projects based within the centres here have strived for the last 12 years to be very innovative in the way that we try to approach learning. For many years, some of the formal learning styles haven't suited the young people that we work with. And particularly in the short space of time that we've had Leon working with us, for me as a manager, it has been great to see an element of wonder and awe brought back into the lives of the children we work with. Nowadays, very little shock our children, you know, and it doesn't surprise them anymore. But to have that wonder and awe brought back, just to look at the faces and the smiles of students this week in Limerick, being able to put their hand to a trick or to wonder why something happened, really made a difference in terms of their day that day in Limerick. So I'm looking forward to monitoring the progress over the next while here in Limerick, and hopefully to look at the development in social skills and self-esteem for the young people that we work with. And hopefully then you'll all be part of the local classes as well in the weekends. It would be great to involve as much people in the community, not just the children. It's important that we have the parents involved as well. So I would like to thank you all for coming today, and you're all welcome to come in next door when you're ready. Thank you.
So, Keith, would you like to say a few words? Okay, guys, let's hear from Keith Ireland.
When Leon contacted me about this a few weeks ago, you know, it was a complete no-brainer for me straight away, because I've been on the other side of this. In other words, besides, you know, you guys see me on television and on stage, I've actually assisted people for, I suppose, beyond 20 years using both magic and hypnosis skills. And specifically, I've dealt with kids myself on a personal level with autism, and I have used magic really just to kind of bring them out of themselves a little bit. I've also used it with, you know, with other disadvantaged kids, and obviously then just you know, kids will just do it for fun as well. So straight away when he said this to me and he was putting this together, I thought, yeah, absolutely, you've got my support, Leon. And I think the number one thing that we lack in the country at the moment is imagination. You know, I think that that's a real problem in the country, is that people can't seem to think their way out of their problems. And believe it or not, at a young level, when you use magic, it gets, you know, kids into problem-solving mindsets, which is what we need in the country at the moment. And I think it's a fantastic initiative, and kids really will learn a lot from this and have a huge amount of fun along the way. Now, what I want to see coming out of this, Leon, is we have never in the world to date ever had a good female magician. So I'm looking at all the young girls here today, and even some of the ladies at the back there, perhaps who are, you know, in the older generation. I want to see a good female magician coming out of this, you know, and get their own TV special and everything else. So that's your challenge from me.
I accept it.
And besides that, though, you know, I think it's good to bring some positivity into the community as well, and once again, just have fun with it. And learn as much as you can. And you know, it's a hobby, but at the end of the day, you can learn, you know, especially I'm looking at some of the guys here as well. If you get into this enough, you can at least learn, you know, get some part-time, you know, instead of punching each other like you're doing right now and not looking up at me. Look at specifically you now, you're trying to avoid me. No, but really, you can actually earn some money out of this, guys. Yes. If you learn enough and turn this hobby into something more productive. All of you out there, and I know it's difficult at, you know, these times to earn money. You can start doing kids' parties. You can start doing close-up matching in bars for 100, 150 quid at a time. So there's money to be made out of this, but only if you're good enough at it. So it's up to you guys who are going to get good at it. Leon is here as your teacher. So all I can say from that is, good luck with it, enjoy it, you've got my support, and more power to Leon. So congratulations, Leon.
Okay guys, are you sure there's no further questions? Yes? Do a trick. There's always one. Okay, I wasn't going to, but look, sure, listen, we'll do one trick. Alright, I'm just going to put down the microphone and hopefully you can hear me, and we'll just do this, alright, quick. Okay, you have a deck of cards. Take one, anyone you want. Show it around to everybody, don't show me. Okay, it's very important that everybody sees the card. Okay, actually, put your name nice and big across the face of the card with Keith Barry's pen. And we want it back. They're about €3. Sharpie, thanks Keith. Okay, so you see lots of these guys on TV and they do all this fancy stuff. Did you ever see all those magicians doing that? Did you ever see all those magicians? Well, I'm not going to do any of that stuff, okay? Alright? Where I come from, this is how we shuffle cards. Actually, in Vegas, this is how we shuffle cards in Vegas. So when you go to Vegas, you see all the guys shuffling cards like that. That's called the Vegas shuffle. I do the My Ross shuffle. and it looks something like this, look. Watch very closely. See, that's it, thank you. Yeah, no, seriously, this is called the overhand shuffle. This is the hardest shuffle to manipulate anything, any sleight of hand with. So, say stop whenever you're ready. Put your card back. Give him a big round of applause. Okay, again, lots of magicians, when you see them on TV, they'll try and do all this fancy stuff. And they'll try and find a card like this. Well, I'm going to make it a little bit special, alright? I'm going to make it a little bit harder for myself. I'm going to try and find your card with my hands behind my back. But this is a little bit difficult because I can't see and there's no mirrors in the place, so I'm not sure if this is going to work. And Keith Barry's watching, so I don't know. Okay, but I think I got it. I think I got it. I'll stand up here so I don't have to see. Yes, your card with your name on it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, can I have another go?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
No! No more balls! No more balls! No more balls!
It might not be it. One card. You're not to ask how I did it. One card with Luke's name on it. Give it a big round. One for you.
Okay.
And you cut it at the same time. So on the count of three, right? Right there. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay.
That's a fix, isn't it?
Official launch in 2012.